the Reds hit 2 homers in that game, and the loudest cheer came from an ABS overturn, all right? Obviously, the look and feel of baseball has changed a lot. There's a lot of discourse on this whole thing. I think if you look at the stats right now, it's kind of running a little over 50% change rate. So challenges are not as clear-cut as the batters have fantastic eyes, and we've all been led astray by them, and they're complaining at the plate for all these years. But the reality of it is this. I feel like we're getting closer to what should be players deciding the game. My question, based off of what you guys have come into interaction with and how you guys approach ABS as a whole, and I'll start with Teresa here, what do you think we should expect from this system this season, and do you like this inclusion?
It's exciting. I mean, to see what happened in Cincinnati with the crowd being totally all in, my concern was slowing down the game again and just, getting a little hinky. And I always felt like, human error is just kind of part of the game. But what I've seen so far, I'm good with it. I will tell you just a funny story. So my sweet 86-year-old mother watches the Rangers every single night on TV, and she will always say, they miss so many balls and strikes, and she would always say, I think I could call those better than them. So I am excited to talk to her about this as well, to see what she thinks about it, because I think there's a lot of people who sit at home, and we have the benefit of the rectangle, and so we were comfortable saying, oh man, they got that one wrong. Oh man, they got that one wrong. And now, we can all watch as like you said, the players control it now. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I was hesitant coming into this because, like I said, I just feel like human error is part of the game. The human element, I didn't like it being taken away. But we shall see. I mean, so far so good, I guess I'd say.
Joe, you were the one.
86-year-old mother compares herself to CB Buckner. She may be right.
Say,
she's probably right if that's the case.
And Angel Hernandez out of there, but that's another one.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
Joe, I was going to say, you're the one, I think, a couple of weeks ago when we brought this up that kind of compared this to the Wimbledon system. And sure, it's felt like that this early going.
Yeah, Andrew, you and I were watching the Rangers game the other day, and when it popped up, it really feels like, what you see at Wimbledon. And I submit to you, does anyone ever question those calls that are at Wimbledon? Now, obviously, there's a little bit of a difference because when you look in the rule book, depending on the height of a player, the strike zone could vary just a skosh, right? A little bit. But by and large, those players know what the strike zone should be, right? And now we get to find out. And again, we're all products of our environment, right? And growing up in Houston and watching the Oilers have that awful call when Mike Renfroe was in back in the late 70s against the Steelers in an AFC championship game. It was a core memory for me, you guys, and I won't ever forget it. And now that they have some way to change all these calls, because I'm sorry, I agree, Teresa, the human element is in the game, but if we can get it right for all those fans who are watching and we have a system that we think can do that 99% of the time, I'm always going to be for it. And I don't mind a little bit of game changes in terms of having to wait on these calls. By and large, ABS has been really quick. That was the one thing I was worried about, right? And I've been pleased. I'm like, okay, they do it quick, they get it done. Again, reminds me a lot of Wimbledon, and I'm good with it. CB Buckner had a bad day, you guys. 6 of 8 calls he missed. 6 of 8. Those refs have a bad day. The refs are the least paid people on the field. They can have a bad day, and if you can make that bad day right and get it right for the fans, so be it.
Yeah.
Well, because to your point, Joe, there shouldn't be core memories where a kid sees their team have a win stolen from them. It makes me think of the Saints pass interference play from 10, 12 years ago when they briefly
the knife
changed
a little deeper.
That's a core memory for me as an adult.
I know. I'm not trying to make it worse, but I'm trying to make the point of just.
That felt personal. I mean, like you're just going to rip the other one right out.
It wasn't meant to be that way. I apologize. I still think of you and I think of Cowboys. I don't think of Saints. I wasn't trying to sink the knife. But it shouldn't be that way. So if we can fix these things, and I know they went back the other direction with the pass interference penalty, and I get why, because that is such a judgment call. But with a lot of these things that aren't, if you can get it right, and this is an instance where you can just look at the end of the which game was it in the World Baseball Classic?
Yes.
Where it could have been ball 4 instead of strike 3, and the game could have, if they had ABS in that game's not over. Important games are going to now be absolutely square and correct, and that's a good thing.
And on top of it, umpires have less of a chance to allow their personality to affect the game. We have a literal system that says whether they were right or wrong, and it's fast. Now, granted, the fans and the players have a little bit of say in that, too, in terms of how much they dog them, because that will happen. I mean, I'm sorry, Suarez doing it twice in two pitches, that's going to happen a little bit more, but it's going to be interesting to see how the guys that have controlled this game for so long now have to take into that they are not the ultimate authority in this entire thing.